let's get a little tactical here, okay? How can we apply it to our own new chapter, right? Not just business. Well, define that hypothesis, right? What is the core belief you need to test about your new idea? And be specific. So maybe it's, I believe people will pay for my sourdough bread, since that was all the rage over COVID. Or I believe I would enjoy a career in landscape design, right? So design your minimal viable action and brainstorm. What is the absolute cheapest, fastest, simplest way to get a yes or no answer and get some real feedback on that hypothesis, right? Can you do it in the next 7 days? Can you do it for under $100? I want you to really embrace that data. For data is better than drama, right? Principle. This is key because the goal of your MBA is not to succeed or to fail. Those are emotionally loaded words, right? The only goal is to gather the data. If nobody buys your sourdough, and that's not the failure, that's data telling you to tweak the recipe or the marketing. This removes the fear and makes the action feel like a fun experiment, right?